this is going to be probably the longest video on my channel. Well, would be if my retarded phone that is too full to record more than a 12-minute video to 17-minute video. This is going to be my entire Zippo collection. Now, cramming this in one video is going to be insane and extremely fast, so I'm sorry that I don't get to go over every single lighter, because I was still not going over every single lighter last time, and it still took too long. Like, I can't even film a 25-minute video, which is how I wanted it to be originally. So, anyway, Zippo Fanatic, Jimbo, as well as Carl requested this video, so I'm making it now while I have all my Zippos where I know where they are. And yeah, so this is going to be the video. So first off, I will still be going over the Zippos that are significant to my collecting, which the first one is my first Zippo ever. It is a 1967 Model 200 brush chrome. And as you guys can see, it is an oopsie Zippo, and this was my grandfather's lighter. Now, some of you might be wondering why this is my first Zippo when I made a video on my satin chrome, which is the only lighter I don't have with me, was my first Zippo. Well, I technically lied in that video. When I was 6, my father gave me this lighter. Of course, it didn't have any fuel in it, and was like, okay, here you go, since you like playing with matches and shit, here's a lighter for you to play with. And I left it outside in the grass, and he found it the next day and pretty much just picked it up and put it away until I got back into collecting Zippos and was like, oh yeah, this was yours when you were really little. I put it up because you left it outside and blah, 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 blah. You know the story. It does have its original box along with its original paperwork, which is really nice. This Zippo is priceless to me, again, because it's been in my family for 3 generations now. Anyway, moving on. These 3 lighters are also very important. This was one of the first ones that I got after my satin chrome, and this is a H of 11 brush chrome as well, which is going to need to be sent in for repair because the insert is fucked. And I purchased this, I believe, late spring. Actually, I remember exactly when I purchased it. I purchased it late April 2015, back when we were working on the 1986 Suburban and bleeding the brakes. I remember specifically because we had to go run into town, go to Napa, and on the way back I asked if we could stop at Rite Aid to look for Zippos, and I found this one and I purchased it. Now, with that purchase, I had also bought a black matte Zippo. This is not the original one. My cousin has the original one, which you guys have seen in my sending Zippos in for repair from 2017. That is the one that I purchased with this. However, that is now my cousin's lighter. This one is a C of 13, which you're not going to be able to see because this camera wants it to be gay as fuck. And you're still not going to be able to see it. God, can you fucking focus? There we go. Good enough. Again, sorry for being kind of irritable, but I'm really pissed off that my camera, or my phone storage, cannot hold more than a damn 13-minute video. Anyway, this is the original high polished brass armor lighter that I purchased back in 2015. Or no, I didn't purchase it. It was given to me. As you guys can see, it has a ridiculously loose hinge. I will either be trying to fix that myself or sending it off for repair. I still haven't decided yet. However, I had lost this thing for so long, I thought it was gone. Back in, I think, 2016 or 2017, when this actually happened. Actually, it was more like late 2015, because 2016, because it had been 4 years since I had seen it. As we were moving, I was moving stuff out, cleaning out from under my bed, because there was a bunch of old, like, bags of, old, like, schoolwork and stuff that wasn't really important anymore, stuff I had saved, stuff like that. And there was a little box, and the box was kind of heavy for a cardboard box, and there was something in it, and I opened it. This was in there somehow. I don't know how, but it was in there. So luckily, I still have this lighter because I thought it was gone. Now, on to all of these. These are not really important lighters, so that is why I am not going to be opening them. I'm just going to be going over what they are. This is a Marlboro Compass Zippo. This one is a Camel Filters Zippo. This was a Camel Zippo that lost its top thing like this. Originally when I made this video, guys, I said this looked like it was glued on. It actually wasn't. It was made like this, and it had an equally heavy box on the top that had the Camel logo or words in it in the Camel font. This one is just a random 1937 slash vintage look Zippo from 2005, I believe, J of 2005. That was given to me this past Christmas. This one is a G of 11 random dog tag Zippo that was also given to me this past Christmas. I don't believe they make this anymore. This one was given to me from my grandparents' friends who came from Illinois to visit them in North Carolina, and they brought these lighters with, well, one of them's here, the other one, who knows where it is. It was a 2001 satin chrome. It wasn't my original satin chrome, but they had purchased these back in the early 2000s, and they opened them, never used them, just let them sit in their garage, and when they heard, oh, I collect Zippos, they were like, oh, we can just give those to them. So that's how I got those. Now, these two, this one is very special because this one I got from a random antique shop up here in North Carolina for, I believe, $16 back when it was brand new. I mean, the sticker was gone, but it was brand new. And looking back on it, I do kind of wish I hadn't used this lighter because it would be worth about $50 now. If I hadn't, it's from January of 1992. But, I mean, I have a personal history with this lighter, so it doesn't really bother me. Anyway, moving on. I'm running out of time. This is the Hard Rock Cafe lighter. As you guys can see, this is the only lighter that I have that is my birth year. On to these Zippos. Zippo number 1 over here is my recent brass 1941 replica. Sorry for moving the camera. And this is the one that has been filled up as well as the other one. I can't remember if it was in this take or the other take where I lit one of these that hadn't been filled in a month and a half and it was still lighting. However, this one I filled, never used it, and this is a month and a half later and it is still lighting. And that's with organic cotton and the bag trick. So there's that one, and this one was made in F of 2020. This one, which I know you guys have seen recently, I don't have the bag trick on it, so it's no longer filled, is the replacement case along with the original insert from 2020 lighter 1935 replica that I had to send in for repair. Now this one, this is not the one that I modded. The one that I modded, I wound up giving away as a Christmas gift after I had used it for some time, because me and a friend in Kentucky, who we've known each other for quite some time now, have this tradition where we get each other a gift. Last year I got him a pipe, he got me an ashtray, so this year we got each other Zippos, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to send him that one, because especially since I now have the Black Crackle Zippo up here. Now my original one from 2016, this is a K of 2016, this one also might even be worse than my normal brush chrome with the flint wheel not really working, so that's another one that I have to send in. And that's going to do it for these. Now we have to move on to this huge fucking box full of Zippos, which I don't think I'm going to be able to show you guys every single last one of them. But I'll start with the big ones that are, you know, significant. This one, which I opened on the channel, is the 85th anniversary armor. Let's see what we got in this box. So I'm just going to go through these one by one really fast because I'm starting to really run out of time now. This is, oh look, one of my new ones. This is the Engine Turn Zippo from, I believe, of 2019. Has my initials engraved on it. This is the one that I recently purchased along with my Microtech, as well as a Zippo ashtray just a month ago, not even a month ago. It is the tumbled brass armor. This is my antique copper, which still is looking quite nice compared to other people who use these lighters more, I guess, because I've seen some people complain that these lighters, their finish doesn't hold up really well, but for me, mine's held up just fine. This is the original 2018 trip to the Smoky Mountain Knife Works Zippo, which is the only place where you can get one of these lighters, I think either from their website or there is the only place, you know, in person to get these lighters. I have not used this Zippo, and I don't plan to. This one was, I can't remember if the trip was 2017 or 18, where we went up to Bradford, Pennsylvania to actually see the Zippo headquarters. I purchased this off of Amazon just before leaving for that trip. All right, we're almost done. Well, actually, never mind. We're not almost done. This is the Chrome Visions. This is my original armor from, I believe, 2013, 14. This was the original vintage look Zippo, and it is still filled. I was carrying this recently. This, I'm not even going to open this one. This is just another compass, Marlboro compass. Now, this is a, oh look, the Hawaii Zippo. I actually didn't know I had that up here. Some of these Zippos I haven't even opened since getting them up here, but this is the one that I got in Hawaii back in 2015. So that's another significant Zippo, at least for me. This is just the purple mat. This is my current EDC Zippo, the brass Venetian. As you guys can see, perfectly filled, everything working just right on it. Alright, we got 5 more lighters to go through. This one is one that I still haven't opened. This was, along with this one, which I didn't mention, the Black Crackle 1941 that I did not modify. These were the 2 Zippos I took, or I purchased from Zippo themselves when I went up there in person to Bradford, Pennsylvania. This is another brass vintage look lighter with the slashes from 2005, or no, 2003. This is the Ironstone. This is the Candy Apple Red, which was also one of the first lighter that I had ever sent in to Zippo. I believe I purchased this. Yes, I did. I purchased this from an airport, believe it or not. On the way back from Hawaii, where I got that other Zippo, I purchased this at the airport because when we were getting off in Raleigh, North Carolina, they had a little Zippo display there that wasn't as nice as the San Francisco ones, because out in San Francisco, which is where we went from there to Hawaii, they had ones like this that actually had underneath it like engravings of the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that. I really wish I had gotten one of those, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a Candy Apple Red plain. So there's that one. And then the last Zippo, which is the new brass armor, which I'm carrying, which does look a little shorter than the old ones, or not shorter, but more domed on the top. And that's going to be the video, guys. Well, I can technically show you the stuff inside of here, which is just a bunch of Zippo wicks that I purchased for $10. I believe there's like 30 or 40 in there. So I jumped on that because someone who used to run a gas station, when the gas station went out of business, they sold all the stuff inside of there on eBay. Well, not like, big display stuff, but, stuff just besides food that they had, and they had a bunch of those. So they sold them to me. Anyway, that's the entire collection. I know this video has been hectic, probably really shitty. I mean, as you can see, my camera still doesn't want to focus. There we go. But that is the entire Zippo collection. Sorry for this video being kind of hectic. If you guys don't like it, feel free to leave a dislike. I mean, this is going to be my one exception because this video was shitty. And I will see you in the next video, guys.